In Auckland, independent snapper Justin Mitchell was there to capture the Emirates Team New Zealand AC75 head-on. We zoomed into the footage for a better look-see. Here is this week's weekly sailing highlights show, The World on Water, for April 14, 2023. Good, reliable easter sea breezes on the Bay of Palma allowed rapid progress to be made through an ambitious roster of medal-deciding contests, as the record-sized 52 Trofeo Princesa Sofia Mallorca Iberostar regatta reached a thrilling conclusion.
It was an action-packed day on the Bay of Palma as the Trofeo Princesa Sofia reached its dramatic conclusion. We now have gold medalists in all 10 Olympic disciplines. Japan's Keiji Okada and Miho Yoshioka did enough to win the 470 mixed gold medal ahead of Germany and Spain. Martina Graal and Kayena Kunz took the 49er FX gold medal in fine style. The double Olympic champions from Brazil sealed the overall win with a sweet victory in the medal race.
I think it was nice yesterday to have finished a little bit ahead of points to go to the medal race with a little bit more, easy task.
Logan Dunningbeck and Oscar Gunn overtook their New Zealand teammates for the gold medal in the 49er class. A second place in the medal race was good enough for Great Britain's John Gibson and Anna Burnett to snatch NACRA 17 gold from their Italian training partners.
I think we've probably both dreamt about winning this regatta before in our careers, so I mean, yeah, it's on par with winning the Worlds, to be honest. It's a big deal.
Great Britain's Sam Sills won gold on the IQ foil board in a dramatic three-way shootout. It was also gold for Great Britain in the IQ foil women as Emma Wilson won the grand final in fine style.
But this time I knew I'd just given absolutely everything in all my training, and whatever happened, I couldn't have done any more, so I'm super happy it turned out this way.
The Dutch three-time Olympic medalist Marit took time away from her duties as a young mother to win the ILCA 6 gold medal by a huge margin, 27 points. Great Britain's Micky repeated last year's victory at Palma, winning ILCA 7 gold by 27 points.
It's the first event title I've ever won and managed to defend. I've never done that before, so it's a real first for me and shows like it's a bit of vindication for how I go about things.
France's Lauriane Nalot powered to Formula Kite gold in the women's fleet. The 16-year-old from Singapore, Max Mader, earned his Formula Kite gold medal in a one-race final. Mader's Formula Kite victory was good enough to earn the Singaporean the title of overall winner of the Trofeo Princesa Sofia, another great milestone in the remarkable career of this talented 16-year-old. So the regatta is complete. 1,300 sailors took part in one of the biggest Olympic sailing competitions ever seen. And you can be sure that the world's best will be back in a year's time for the 2024 edition of the Trofeo Princesa Sofia.
As a matter of background, while we've had our viewers saying that the coverage of the teams in the 37th America's Cup is bland, all the teams have capsized their AC40s. Not a good look. When the youth or women teams get them, it should be interesting, as the pros capsize them often. The word mayhem comes to mind.
We're here with Arnaud Sarafagis, helm at Alinghi Red Bull Racing. So you had an earlier end to the session than we all would have liked. Can you walk us through the capsize? It looked like a similar nosedive to yesterday.
Yeah, so we went out and we were doing our warm-up downwind and a few maneuvers, and unfortunately we just lost the rudder in one of the bearway. It just popped out of the water, and then we end up with a pitch pole and unfortunately a capsize. So it's the first for me on board, which is new. And otherwise, after that, we checked the boat. Everything seems to be all right. But just before try to go back again, we just find we had an issue and we couldn't sail anymore. So we just head back in. Yeah.
Do you think it's a quick fix or something that's going to take a bit more time to get over?
No, it's going to be a really quick fix. It's just something you cannot do on the water, and we had to come back in to make the change. So it was not worth to go back again.
Do you know exactly what it is, or?
Yeah, we need to still investigate what it is, but probably something concerned with the autopilot.
So you had a very productive start to the year. Your training has ramped up, and it looks like the confidence in the team is really high. How's the mood in the team developed, and what are your feelings from within the team?
Yeah, since the beginning of the year, everything was really nice and smooth. We start to push every day even more, and good. So this week we had a few nosedive above the limit, but that's what it's meant for, and we just need to push harder, and everyone is super happy and enjoy every moment, so it's a really nice environment to work in.
Yeah, I'm sure you're all looking forward to the Easter break, but summer is just around the corner and all the teams will be here, and you'll soon be racing in Villanova. So what is the vision for the upcoming months?
Yeah, for the upcoming months, we still have a bigger program ahead of us. We need to push and to learn more stuff to get up to speed with the other, and we start to see a few people in town from other teams, so which is really nice, and the whole thing is gonna grow up here in Barcelona, and it will be really nice to have another boat on the water to sail.
Perfect. And any updates on the big boat? When can we expect to see it back in the water?
The big boat, I think, will be back after Easter.
Perfect. I can see you've got your foiling moth here, but it looks like you guys don't have enough time. So can you just tell us a little bit about the intensity of the training program that you guys are on?
Yes, for sure. I unfortunately don't have time to sell the moths here because we work too much. And no, it's just we don't have time, so it's rather to bring it back home and just to enjoy during the weekend, do other stuff than just sailing.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Sweet.
John Emmett, British Olympic coach, interviews the wonderful new mum Marit Boomeister and Micky Beckett, the Princesa Sofia, both 2023 ILCA 7 champions.
Micky Beckett, back-to-back Princesa Sofia champion. How are you feeling now?
Good. Yeah, good. A little bit tired, but really, really good. I'm really happy.
And it was a mixed bag, but not only champion, I have to say, with a day to spare. First time you've done this?
Oh yeah, never even come close before. Didn't really even think it was possible for me. So it's like since finishing sailing yesterday, it's all been a bit surreal. Like I really just didn't know what to do with myself, but still had to go sailing today. But it was great. I really enjoyed the medal race just now, and I'm really pleased.
Looking back, I guess you say you haven't had time to think, but you must have felt that everything clicked a bit this week.
Certainly into final series it did. Qualifying I struggled a bit. I was about 6th or 7th. It wasn't going badly, but I was aware that I needed to somehow step it up a bit. And then the last 2 days of final series, it just worked. In the conditions we had, I was just able to find the right bits of the racetrack to be in. And I was just really happy with how I sailed.
Looking forward, what do you think about the conditions there? Because it's not a big break, is it?
No, we'll pretty much be flying in about a week. This time last year we had a lovely regatta, like moderate easterlies, nice sea state. We have also had that regatta at the same time of year, and it's been cold and really, really windy southwesterlies. So
expect anything?
Expect anything, yes. Yes, be grateful for it. Yeah.
Can I say, what does a full-time Ilka 7 do in his week off then?
I bought a house recently, which is in a slight state of disrepair. So I'll be painting stuff, putting stuff together, trying to buy furniture from charity shops, and just generally a bit of housekeeping. Really, quite looking forward to it. Yeah.
Well, welcome to real life.
Grown-up life, yeah.
And many, many congratulations.
Thank you, John. Thanks a lot.
Marit Baumeister, 2 events back to back, just fresh from winning the Europeans, winning Palma, day to spare. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it's nice to be back.
It's nice to be back. I knew you put together really good series to win it with a day to spare. Obviously had to do the middle race anyway, but what do you put that down to?
I'm not quite sure. I'm just very pleased where I stand because obviously I had Jessie sea turns won in mid-May. And it was just a little bit of search how to combine the sailing with the home situation, and it's always sort of big give and take, and I'm not sure if I quite figured it out, but I'm just very pleased that if I have time to sail, to be out on the water. So I really appreciate the sailing.
You're doing such a good job of it. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just really appreciate what the home front, I'm not sure if you call it that in English, but my boyfriend and my family is doing for me. And also the full-time babysitter. And I'm happy to be here, but I'm also very happy to go home.
We're really happy to have you here. Just for the folks home, you can really clearly explain why you weren't here last year.
Yeah, I was still pregnant. It was almost my due date. So I'm very grateful to be a mom and to experience it. And giving birth, I think, is such a painful but also an amazing experience, and I think it helps me a lot with my sailing.
And going forward, are you going to do the sort of full circuit this year, or does motherly duties curtail that a little bit?
Yeah, so it's a bit too much, so I'll be in home. It's nice that Holland warmed up a little bit, so I can train at home and put in some training out. I used to do, so I can't do all the events, but I'm happy I did do these 2, and I'm happy that the team is flexible, and also Mirt and Maxime and Marissa, they're pushing me really hard, but they're okay with me not always being there. So I'm in a happy place.
I can see that, and I have to say, whatever you're doing is really working, and very best of luck. And I guess, where will you see you next?
Next one will probably be the test event.
Wow. Okay, well, maybe see you in Marseille.
See you in Marseille.
The skate skiff class is one of Australia's popular dinghy designs, and following the pandemic, it is feeling a renewal in regattas and entries. The boats have adapted to new materials and are being updated all the time. Owners are up to and into their 70s.
The Australian 14 skate sailing dinghy is a 2-man dinghy designed in 1956 and was the original performance development class, with the sail plan created by Jack Herrick and the hull by Vince Minter. The hull was redesigned and widened in 1971 by Doug Jeffkins, and the measurement tolerances were tightened. The first fiberglass hulls appeared in 1971, with foam sandwich hulls being produced from 1979. The size of the mainsail and spinnaker were increased in 1983 to 84 season. During the 1990s, the mast height was increased and the sail plan modified to improve the aspect ratio. The class further evolved in 2000 with the introduction of an asymmetrical spinnaker mounted from a bow pole. Skates are now configured with the taller rig and bow pole, either carbon fiber or aluminium, extendable or fixed depending on personal preference. Winged rudders were introduced in 2006 to increase speed and stability in rough conditions. These changes have made the skate easier to sail and less sensitive to crew weight. The largely monocoque construction of a skate combined with modern materials has seen hulls remain light, stiff and competitive for decades. Hiking planks are now either carbon or aluminium and are light and easy to handle. It is not uncommon to have an all-up rigged sailing weight, including hull, of 100 kilograms. Combined total crew weights range from 140 kilograms to 180 kilograms. There is a good selection of second-hand boats that are ready to sail, ranging in price from $3,000 to $15,000. The average price is $5,000. After 2 disrupted seasons due to the pandemic, skates are back and sailing regularly in Sydney, Perth and Newcastle. This coming season marks the 65th anniversary of the evolving class. National trials will be conducted out of East Fremantle Yacht Club from the 30th of December 2023 through to January 8, 2024.
The second national regatta of the RS Aero class ended in Lim 1 Salgada on Easter Sunday. 7 regattas were held over the first 2 days, podiums still to be decided, especially in the RS Aero 6 category. Silver gongs for Thompson, Burton and Paul in Palma. It was a breakthrough kind of day for Australian sailors in Palma, with Zoe Thompson, ILCA 6, and Tom Burton OAM, and Max Paul, 49er, both claiming silver medals in personal best international performances that highlight their intentions for the Paris 2024 Olympics.
Medal race day today. Exciting times on the 49er course. We've got TB and Max sitting in 3rd and Jim and Sean in 9th. On the ILCA 6 course, we've got Zoe sitting in 2nd in a really tight field. And on the ILCA 7 course, we've got Matt Wern sitting in 7th, who's really coming out to show he's not content with that performance and excited to see what he can do as he pushes through that fleet today.
I woke up this morning on Facebook. It told me 11 years ago I came 3rd in Palma, which was like one of my first podiums in a World Cup. So 11 years ago in the laser, and then it was just ironic a little bit that we're going into today 3rd. You know, we could go forwards and we could go backwards, so it was nice that we went forwards. But yeah, Max and I first European regatta.
Yeah, just super stoked, that we've put together a really good week and we've kept getting better every day, and yeah, just a bit speechless actually. It's pretty good.
I had a really good week. I had really solid qualifying series and then a tougher final series. Knew I had to come today and sort of bring a good performance. Yeah, well, it feels really good. It's been a lot of hard work with the whole squad to actually start getting some results all together. So it feels like a good validation of all the hard work that we're starting to be on the podium.